If you want to stay near the major sites and attractions when you're in London, I'm going to tell you 3 great areas to check out when booking your hotel. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Jess and I make videos for people who are coming to visit London. Before I tell you the areas, these are 5 things you should know about choosing to stay in a hotel that's near all the attractions and the sites. Number 1, these areas will give you the most convenient location when it comes to seeing the major sites and attractions, many of which you can just walk to. Number 2, because of that convenience, the hotels in these areas will give you the least for your money. Number 3, some of the city's most amazing hotels are in these areas, like the Covent Garden Hotel and Sea Containers. Number 4, not all of the attractions in the city will be within walking distance because some of them are just spread out to other parts of the city. Number 5, don't expect a local experience. These are not really areas that Londoners usually end up living in because they're so expensive and so central, and also the prices on food and drink will usually reflect that. And number 6, these are some great areas, but it doesn't mean all other areas are bad to stay in. This is just a curated list based on my own experience and opinion. So here are 3 great areas to stay in. Number 1 is Covent Garden. Covent Garden has tons of great food, drink, and shopping options. My personal favorite part of it is 7 Dials, where you can find boutique shops, little cafes, and wine bars, and there are some lovely luxury hotel options here. From any part of Covent Garden, you can walk to many West End theaters, Carnaby, Oxford Street, and you can even walk to Waterloo Bridge, which brings you over the River Thames to the South Bank and lots of other major attractions. Number 2 is Soho, which is just around the corner from Covent Garden. Soho is almost always bustling and it has a bunch of great bars and restaurants within just a few blocks. It's also considered the LGBTQ+ capital of London. Stay in Soho and you can eat well, party, and you're also smack dab in the middle of the city, so you can easily walk to Chinatown, Piccadilly Circus, Carnaby, Oxford Street, and Trafalgar Square, just to name a few. Soho is definitely crazier in the evening than Covent Garden is, so keep that in mind when you're choosing between the 2. Number 3, South Bank and Bankside. These areas are nestled right next to each other and are great to stay in if you want to be near to anything along the South Bank. So that includes the London Eye, Borough Market, Tate Modern, and both London and Tower Bridge. You really have to know where you're going in these areas in terms of getting good food and drinks, but there are good options if you know where to go. Southwark and Bankside are part of my 3-day London itinerary, so if you're struggling with planning your first 3 days in London, then you should definitely check that out. You can do that by clicking the card popping up in the corner. If you want some hotel recommendations for each of these areas that I mentioned, I've put some resources down in the description of this video for you to check out. And for more help with booking your London hotel, watch the rest of my Book Your London Hotel series by clicking the box that's popping up down there. Number 2, that's a 1. And you can even walk to Waterloo Bridge, which brings you over the River Thames to the... And you can even walk to Waterloo...